Hey everyone, Andrew here, bringing you another video review, and today we're going to be doing Superman Godfall. Take a look at this comic cover right here. Now, Superman Godfall for me was a story that I really wanted to pick up and read, because it was very hyped up for me. Now, this is a story that sold out twice when it was first released in individual issues. In addition to that, it's also not that easy to find. I've only seen it at one or two comic book stores in paperback, and online it can go for a pretty penny. Now, I've seen it on Amazon go as low as under $10, but it's also used and not in good condition books. So it seems to be quite a rare title. I could be wrong in that. Maybe it's just my area. And lastly, the art looks absolutely fantastic. This is the same gentleman that did the Superman, Batman, Supergirl story, which had fantastic art in itself. So again, there's a lot going into the story that I was really excited about. I was really hoping for a great Superman story. Whether or not it happens, you have to see. Now, I am going to warn you, in order to do a review on the story, I am going to spoil a little bit, but not too much. So with that said, Superman wakes up, and he doesn't think he's Superman. He thinks he is Kal-El on the planet of Krypton, married with a wife, and he just has this happy life. However, on Krypton, there's a bunch of aliens causing some trouble. In a confrontation with these aliens, Superman's powers ignite and start up, and Superman finds out that he is more than just Kal-El at Krypton. From that, we realize that Superman isn't actually on Krypton itself, but rather on Kandor, the bottled city that Superman keeps in the Fortress of Solitude, which backstory seems to change more than the seasons. Yes, Kandor has more backstories than the Joker, and that's saying a lot. Anyway, Superman is on Kandor, and again, he does not know he's Superman. He thinks he's Kal-El. However, an individual in Superman's life uses Superman to gain access into the outside world, in addition to that, gaining his powers. What you have to realize is, on Kandor, Superman, the individual Superman, is seen as a god, and the individual who plays Superman to get access to the outside world believes that they are gaining the powers of a god, and that they are ascending to heaven. Yes, they think Earth is heaven. Oh, what a skewed sense of logic. Anyways, it's up to Superman, or Kal-El, depending on how you want to say it, team up with a bunch of unlikely allies to go back to Earth and stop this menace from causing trouble. Whether or not it will succeed in Superman's favor, or will there be tragedy and loss, I can't say. But I think I just gave you a hint that there might be. So with that said, let's get into the good, the bad, and whether or not you get it. Good is, one, the art is fan-fucking-tastic. Great art. This guy really, what's his name? Michael Turner. Michael Turner really does a good job with female bodies. I would put him up there with like Jim Lee and Churchill and Ed Benz as probably one of the best female drawers. His males tend to be very exaggerated, but besides that, he's a really good artist. The only complaint I ever have with him is everyone has the same kind of eyebrows. Look at it. Everyone has the same eyebrows. It's like regular, squiggle up, regular. But really good art. Two is that the story, it's not a traditional Superman story, in that it's done a little differently. I know Kandor has been done a few times beforehand, so I guess me saying traditional is a little wrong, but I am correct in saying that it's not your typical Superman story. Superman does not have his memories. He's put into a position where he has to deal with powers outside of his control, and in all of that, he's cut off from his friends and his family. So really, it is not your normal Superman story. And the story will surprise you because it starts off very slow and actually kind of disappointing, and eventually turns out to be something good. So, in that, the story in itself is good. Downside. Well, the first downside I would have to say is the story starts off very slow. When I was reading this, the first two chapters, I was very disappointed. I said, thank God I didn't buy this and it was a Christmas present, because I was disappointed. However, towards the middle of the story, it started to pick up. It really started to get interesting, and the story turned out to be good. It's just unfortunate that it had to be halfway through the story that we got it to be that good. So, a disadvantage is it starts off slow. Second disadvantage is that the story is good. It has a lot of promise, but the problem is it's a very short story. I would have liked to see more done with it, because it was at the last chapter. I was so pumped reading this. I wanted to see more. I was really interested in the characters that were portrayed in this. The Kryptonians, the Kandorians, the aliens, even Superman himself were portrayed nicely. It's just there wasn't enough to this. It's a very short story. Lastly, it's hard to get immersed into this world. One of the things I can say about Batman is that Batman and Wonder Woman and other characters, but it's very easy to get immersed into the world. You feel like a citizen of Gotham or an Amazon on Themyscira. Superman is the same way. You can feel like a citizen of Metropolis, and very easily do I get immersed into his world. But because we're so disconnected from Metropolis in this, I don't feel immersed into the story. And immersion is something that's very important with a story. So in that, it does fail. On a whole, whether or not you should get it. Despite the bads in this, I have to say there's a lot more good, and the good definitely outweigh the bad. I know that I say that a lot on some titles. The story did surprise me, because I thought it was going to be good, then I thought it was going to be sucky, and then I thought it was going to be good, then sucky, and then it turned out to be good. So on a whole, I don't like to give ratings to stuff. I know I do sometimes, but I would definitely give this a 7.5 to 8 out of 10. It holds its own. It really just has some flaws to it that needs to kink out. I would really like to see more done with the characters portrayed in this, the Kandorians, the ones that came out into the real world, and even the aliens. So with that said, Superman Godfall, pretty good story. Pick it up if you get a chance. I recommend getting it in stores though, because getting it online might be expensive. Don't know. So, that's how I'm going to end this review here. This is Andrew saying peace out for now.